Hello and welcome to Outsourcing Fit. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Neil Howard. We're going to give you some information on outsourcing and how outsourcing can benefit you and your business. We're joined by guest Mickael Cardoso, founder and CEO of CloudCfo. Welcome to Outsourcing Fit, Mickael.
Hi, Neil.
Tell us a bit about yourself and how you became involved with outsourcing.
Sure. I'm actually born in France. I'm from Europe, but I've been in the Philippines for about 14 years. Philippines, Manila in particular, is one of the outsourcing capital of the world. So about 6 years ago, I decided to start CloudCfo. I saw an opportunity to disrupt primarily cloud accounting first. So we actually took a particular journey. We started as a cloud accounting firm for the Philippines market, pioneering that service in the domestic market in the Philippines, which is not something that really existed. It's very common in the US, Canada, and in other places, but in the Philippines where things were a bit old school, we were one of the pioneers to do that. And 3 or 4 years into this, we realized that what we learned in the Philippines could be extrapolated in other markets where there's a significant need for this type of services. We provide mostly cloud accounting services, so handling books, doing your bookkeeping, financial closing, bank reconciliation, anything related to running the financial backend of small, medium-sized companies.
So when it comes to running these small to medium-sized companies, and I'm sure you're including startups as well, right?
Absolutely.
Take us through your definition, CloudCfo's definition of successful outsourcing.
Outsourcing is generally related to cost saving or finding labor from markets where you can't find it on your own market. So there's an idea of cost saving. Obviously, it is a strong benefit of outsourcing, offshoring, is access to a different type of talent and potentially cost reduction. But we don't just look at it this way. Our objective is to add value, obviously reduce cost, but also bring our expertise to add value for SMEs. And that's why we just specialize in one service. So you'd have a lot of firms, outsourcing firms that pretty much just hire anybody you need. That's something we do not do. We just focus on cloud accounting, financial processes. That allows us to build expertise that benefits US-based customers or in other countries in the world, English-speaking primarily, which then have access to this highly skilled, specialized team of people at a reduced cost as well.
How does this highly specialized team gain their knowledge? Are all financial experts, accountants?
Yep.
Is that what's happening here?
Yes. So we hire accountants primarily. We build teams of accountants. So all our teams are led by certified public accountants in the Philippines. And the Philippines use IFRS standards, but also has some understanding of GAAP standards that apply in North America. But we also train them. We have our in-house training programs to train them on the best tools to use. We're very technology driven. We use third-party apps like QuickBooks Online, Xero, different type of software, Stripe, PayPal, Shopify, and we train our people to use those. That's where we bring that layer of expertise. We try to understand what an SME or startup needs, what type of industries they're in, what processes apply to their business. E-commerce business is not the same as a brick and mortar business or a restaurant, and that's where we come in. Which type of applications will fit? How do we set them up? Do we integrate them? How do we build processes so business can rely on us and scale their business without worrying too much about their financials?
Are you saying that your client really can be hands-off with financial management as far as their firm is concerned by outsourcing with CloudCfo?
Yes, I do with some confidence. We actually build technology. So we're primarily a service company, but we have a technology arm. And we have a web application that tracks processes. So when we onboard a client, we build operating procedures, timelines, and we load those into our app. Those workflows are then assigned to our team members. So it's not just having access to cheaper trained talents, but we provide an end-to-end service where technology also manages and gives you transparency into our commitment. So you can be hands-off. Let us set up your process. You log onto our app, you see what's going on. What are your calendars for financial closing, potentially tax preparations, etc. So we set everything up for you, and you can just be fairly hands off about the whole thing.
What is your geographical footprint at this point?
We're based in Manila. Our team is located here. We work on an hybrid setup, but everyone's here around Metro Manila. And we service clients right now from the west coast of the U.S. to New Zealand. So pretty much any English-speaking country all around the globe.
And what types of experiences have you had on a cultural basis in outsourcing your services with these Western clients?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. I mean, that's one thing we continuously need to work on. The Philippines is a collectivist environment. People are not very confrontational. And, we can't put everyone in the same basket. The Westerners tend to be a bit more direct and communicate more directly, expect more direct answers. So that's something that we have to work on, the way we train our people. In fact, going back to kind of technology and process-oriented, having very clear guidelines on what's expected from the team and having our application tracks those expectations provides assurance from both sides, which kind of reduces a bit of the dependence solely on cross-cultural understanding and communication. We just standardize everything. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we need to communicate and be clear about our deliverables, but I think technology and processes in between really helps that point as well.
Talk about the timeline from an inquiry to being fully set up with your client and your client being, pleased with your services. And then, of course, give us a website where we can learn more and any other contact information where folks can get a hold of you and learn about the benefits of outsourcing with CloudCfo.
Sure. The timeline depends on the scale. If you're SME and you need, say, fractional time of an accountant, say 1 day a week or 2 days a week, we can get going very, very quickly. You get an inquiry today, we get a call tomorrow or today. We scope out, define how much time you need from different positions within the team based on their expertise. And we could be up and running in a matter of a couple of weeks. We just need the accesses, build the processes together, so 2 to 4 weeks. If you need a full team of 4 or 5 people, we may have a longer lead time of 30 to 45 days. And you can find us on our website, cloudcfo.co, and you can contact us there. Yeah, that's usually the best way for us to be contacted, or LinkedIn as well. We have a CloudCfo page.
Is there anything that you'd like to add for our listeners?
I hope they try the outsourcing journey and have the experience of working with Filipinos. They're very pleasant people to work with and very dedicated to their work. So if they haven't tried, I think they should really give it a shot, because it's hard to find some of these talents sometimes in the U.S.
Mickael, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for
having me.
You've been listening to Outsourcing Fit. I'm your host, Neil Howard, with Mickael Cardoso, founder and chief executive officer of CloudCfo. Learn more at our website, www.verticalinternetmedia.com, and our BPO services at www.outsourcingfit.com.